Hey everyone, so in this video, every year on December 31st, I make a video about what happened to me this year. And in 2020, oh boy, was 2020 a year. Trash, horrible, unexpected, truly a year that has changed everyone's plans, including mine. I thought I would be working the entire year, get some money to, you know, like go places and do stuff with it. And I also had another trip planned to go back to Wildwood, and it just didn't happen. But we're gonna talk about the positive things that have happened before 2020 went into a shit show. So I have my MacBook because I wrote down on my notes what happened every single month during 2020. And let's start with January. So January, right in the bat, first day, I went to my dad's house with my sisters, and one of my sister's boyfriend came along. We went to his place and we celebrated the holiday. We exchanged gifts, and we played some Nintendo Switch. And that was before I got the Nintendo Switch. Played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the first time. I brought my Wii to play Wii Sport Resorts, many games. So that was a fun time. The Chris Day docuseries. So I filmed this docuseries a year ago. Like a year ago right now. I filmed this right after Christmas, between the 26th, December 26th to December 29th or 30th, and uploaded the first episode on January 28th, I think, around the end of January. And the first episode was my response to Chris Day after he made a video about me, and the rest of the docuseries was released in February. But also in January I went back to work, and that production was the 4th season of The Bold Type. I can now say it because this season played and got released this year. So I started going back to work by the end of the month. And I don't know if I saw it on January or February, but I went to see with my friend Max and SGM Parasite. And that was a good movie. It's just the ending was a little disappointing, but overall a great time there. Now let's get to February. So in February, the docuseries still is going on. The second episode is uploaded, and it's my interview with Max, MV Passion, and that video did well. It's like on my top 10 most viewed videos of the year, maybe. But this video has caused so much drama because of the title, of course, The Lies of Chris Day. Chris Day watched the video and got mad and made videos and quickly deleted them, uploaded the next docuseries. The ending of it all was a huge mess, and we finished it off with a podcast on MV Passion, Max's podcast. And recently Chris Day texted me a year after filming the docuseries, and just wanted to point that out. And also in February, I've worked the entire month on The Bold Type. I wasn't working full-time for some reason, but was always there part-time 2 or 3 to 4 times each week. So I've worked a lot in February. Then I saw Birds of Prey in theaters with Max again and another friend. And I think it's in February or March, but Little America was released on Apple TV. I worked on the last episode of this season, and it was filmed in Montreal, and it was an 8-day production. And when I filmed it, I wasn't there since I think I arrived on the second day of production, because on the first day was the 21 Pilots concert I went to see in May 2019. But it got released. This show was great. I recommend you to watch it if you have Apple TV. And also I went to see Post Malone with my older sister and her boyfriend. I made a vlog about going to the concert, and that was such a awesome show by Post Malone. It was great. I had so much fun there. And February was a great month before things went to shit. March 2020. So I was still working on the bold type, and people were starting to talk about COVID-19. And I heard about COVID-19 in December 2019. Then more and more people talked about it, and while I was working on set, people were laughing at COVID. It's just the flu. It's nothing serious. The media are just trying to scare us and blah 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 blah. And guess what? Everyone that worked on the bold type and other productions happening in Montreal lost their jobs. So yes, I was one of the first group. I was in the first group of people that lost their jobs because of the coronavirus entering Canada, specifically Quebec. So yeah, in March, lost my job due to the coronavirus, and it was a shit show. Panic everywhere. I had like phone calls and text messages from people saying like, oh, from this source we're gonna go into a lockdown, like ultimate lockdown, so go to the grocery store. And I filmed some clips. Aisles on aisles were empty. People battling for toilet paper. People taking so many cans. I think we went to the grocery store 2 times in a week. The next week after that, we went back. Like, we were stocked on food. We thought we would be on lockdown like in China, not even able to go outside. And also, before everything got closed, I bought a Nintendo Switch because I didn't want to get bored during quarantine. I knew this would last for a very long time, so I decided to go to Best Buy and buy a Nintendo Switch. I reserved it on the website, and I arrived and they said, you're lucky because this is the last Nintendo Switch we have in stock. So I got the Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart, Mario Odyssey, Smash Brothers Ultimate, Pokemon Shield, and after that I downloaded Fortnite on the Switch. So March was the beginning of lockdown quarantine. So in April, nothing much happened. I celebrated my birthday in quarantine. Really a strange birthday. Like, even though it's not even my worst birthday, to be honest, it's not even my worst birthday. And yeah, I ate at my favorite restaurant's food. And that's all. And I played video games and watched YouTube and watched Netflix. And also a show I worked on for one day, Future Man, the last season is now on Hulu. It was released on Hulu in April, I think, or May, but it got out. Hulu is only available in the United States, and it's stupid that they work on shows and movies in Canada, but they're not available when they're released. So yeah, Future Man with Josh Hutcherson. I made a video about it, working there, and yeah, I think, well, it's still out on Hulu, but it was the last season ever. And I bought Animal Crossing in April and played like a maniac every single day for 3 to 4 months. Like, I played this game a lot. So we get to May, and in May, I made my most viewed video of the year. my video about Ryan Vo, exposing a content thief. So I knew about this guy Ryan Vo for a very long time, and I saw an exposed video made by Code Lyoko Fan at 2002, and I decided I'm gonna make a video about Ryan Vo. And not a lot of people for some reason didn't know that Ryan Vo was making money off cartoons he was stealing from French Canadian channels and uploading them on his YouTube channel. So I made that video. It has like 1,600 views, most viewed video of the year. And yeah, pretty successful because he deleted his YouTube channels. And normally I don't support deplatforming someone, but if you're only re-uploading content from someone else and making money off of it, you deserve to be banned from YouTube. And also I celebrated Mother's Day from distance. I still live with my mother, and we celebrated from distance with my sisters. And yeah, that was a fun time. And serious shit happened, the death of George Floyd. I was super not involved in this situation, but I expressed my opinion a lot in this situation. And then in June, it was crazy. Like, I never saw so many people say Black Lives Matter. And it's just now people know what it means. And it's not that only them matter, but they matter right now because they're the one having the most mistreatment and injustice. So we need to protect them, we need to hear them, we need to help them and stop racism. It's ridiculous. Like, I have lost so many people unfollowed me, removed me from their friends, all over social media because I was in support of Black Lives Matter. So still in June, and it's still going on, the protests with Black Lives Matter, and I decided to donate $25 to the Black Lives Matter Global Network. I think it's what they are called. And it's my first time that I have donated to the Black Lives Matter or even anything. It was my first time donating money to a cause. And also in June, things were back to normal a little. We could have gatherings at our house, 10 people max. Stores were reopening, but my job wasn't restarting because there's a lot of planning to go through to make productions, movies and TV shows. So in June, things are a little back to normal, and during Saint Jean-Baptiste, it's like Canada Day but for French Canadians, I went to the beach with family, and there were a lot of people at the beach, and thankfully did not have the coronavirus. We were all distanced from everyone, and we went to a restaurant after that, and yeah, pretty fun day over there. And also at the end of June, I started to see someone, and we get to July, and I had a girlfriend for a month only. Yeah, a month. I had a girlfriend for a month, and of course it didn't work out at the end. I wanted something from the relationship. She wanted something else from the relationship. It just didn't work out, and I just have to say, I'm the one who left her. I'm the one that left her. I never thought I would be the person to break up with someone in a relationship, but yeah, I ended things for my own sake. I sound so rude by saying that, but it's not the place to talk about these personal things on the internet, but I could say that I feel much better and happy since ending this relationship. if you're watching this. So in July, Canada Day had like when parties were allowed, when gatherings slash parties or dinners were allowed. I had like some sort of cookout with some family, and yeah, that was fun. Also, I went to a cabin in the woods. I filmed a little there and put it in my iPhone 11 camera review. But yeah, I went to a cabin in the woods for 3 days with family and had a great time there. And also in July again, the month I bought products, electronics, the Fire Stick 4K. I am super happy with that product. It's so easy to get to different streaming platforms with this thing. And I got my iPhone 11 in July, and I am so happy to be with Apple, iPhone, and all those Android losers with their bad camera can shut the fuck up. And also, I think I saw my dad in July. We went there for a little and had a great time. Now in August was when I left my girlfriend. Oh my god. Now in August, well, it was at the end of July, and I think the next day we were in August that I left my ex. Just saying. But also, hockey was back. Playoffs. Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs, eliminating the Pittsburgh Penguins. And they got eliminated by the Philadelphia Flyers in the second round. A great run. Never thought they would eliminate the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they're now favorite to win the Stanley Cup in the 2020-21 NHL season. And still in August, I got my AirPods Pro that I'm using a lot. And now we get to the worst part of the year. Sadly, my grandfather passed away. The last time I saw him or had like a conversation was on Christmas Eve 2019. And the last time I saw him was maybe in the end of July or beginning of August. But my grandfather passed away in mid-August, and truly something shocking. It's like one of those things you say, oh, people are gonna die, they're gonna leave this place whatsoever, but when it happens for real, you actually cannot believe it's happening. Like, you know people are gonna die, but when it actually happens, you're shocked. You just cannot believe that they're no longer here. So obviously I'm not gonna go into details about what happened and funeral service or whatsoever, but the next few months that had to do with all of the organization of his assurance, bank stuff, was pretty hectic. And yeah, everyone deals with grief in different ways, so I don't think it's the place to talk about it on YouTube. But I can just say one thing. There are people that will do anything to get money from you, even when you're dead. So now we're in September, and I worked again on a new production. It was working while I was on the 4th season of the Bold Type. And talking about the Bold Type, they had enough footage to complete the 4th season, but I started to work on my first full-time production, and I can't say what it is right now, but I'm telling you, it's a big one. And it was my first full-time job, and working with the COVID protocol, safety protocol was weird at first, but you get used to it by the end of it. And I was so happy to work again, finally doing stuff outside of my house. It was truly like satisfying to finally work again, like finally making money. But also I got my stimulus checks from the government each month since I lost my job because of the pandemic, and I had all of the criteria to have this stimulus check. So I am not in trouble for having those. So we're in October, worked the entire month on this production full-time again, and we went back to lockdown in Quebec because the second wave arrived. We're in the second wave, still in some sort of lockdown with severe protocols, and people are starting to get mad again, and they are not happy to go back to where we were back in March. And also, a movie that I worked on for a few days in 2019, Clouds, has been released on Disney+. Originally, this movie was supposed to be released in theaters, but Disney bought the movie and put it on Disney+, and I made a video about working there, and it's like my second most viewed video of the year. So yeah, if you have Disney+ and want to watch one of the saddest movies, go watch Clouds. Now we're in November. I am finished with my full-time job production really at the start of November. So it's a wrap. Everyone finished working, and yeah, and I knew after finishing that production that I wouldn't be working again in 2020, but I will be working again in 2021. So in November, it's the Christmas shopping and all. And I bought this MacBook Pro that I wanted for so many years, and it's also the new one with the M1 chip. Made a video about it. So happy with this MacBook, and I am using it every single day. And also in November, I had a lot of beef with conspiracy theorists. First, it was with the American elections. Trump supporters, conspiracy theorists, showing out of context clips of Joe Biden. Really had a great time debunking all of their stupid conspiracy bullshit. And also, people that I went to high school with are now conspiracy theorists and believe the government created the coronavirus. They believe the government are shutting down gyms because they want everyone to stay at home, eat, become obese, and die from obesity. And one of those conspiracy theorists said that I wanted people to die from obesity, which is completely false and ridiculous. We're supposed to have gatherings during the holidays, and our Prime Minister in Quebec decided to cancel our holiday gatherings right after saying we could have gatherings. So, spent Christmas with my mother and her boyfriend and my older sister that lives alone came to my house, because people that live alone could go to family houses or family bubbles, and we unwrapped Christmas presents via FaceTime with my other sister. So that's what happened. A weird Christmas day and holiday time, especially without my grandfather. It was the first time we celebrated Christmas without my grandfather, which was really weird, but we need to get used to it because it's gonna be like that for the rest of our lives. And also during a pandemic, many people didn't think this pandemic would go until December, but I knew it. No one believed me, or they laughed at me for thinking that this pandemic would go for more than a year. And it's been a year since the coronavirus arrived, like was in China, was discovered. It's been a year. And yeah, that was my 2020. Everything changed in March. Like all of my plans canceled and changed. And also it's a year that I uploaded 50% less than last year. Like I did calculations, and in 2020 this year I uploaded half of the amount of videos I uploaded last year. Like really, this pandemic, the death of my grandfather, just this year really demotivated me with YouTube, and I really didn't want to make videos for a long time this year. Like I wasn't into making videos, and I went back into live streaming on my channel. Great time while I'm streaming on YouTube. First stream was just a normal one, and the other stream I made was about the Christmas gifts that I got. And no, they're not gaming streams. I don't have a setup for making streams on Twitch or YouTube gaming. So yeah, I might do more live streams, but this video, of course, since it's uploaded on December 31st, will be my last video of the year. So hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope 2021 is just a little bit better than 2020. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can turn on the bell for notifications when I post. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.